Big with good people of Eire, good people of the world, good people of County Kildare, who I'm speaking to now as well when I'm putting out these videos. I hope you're well. Today is Wednesday, the 29th of May 2024. Never to be repeated. Donnchadh on shop. Dennis here, back with another independent talk live stream, 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. All are welcome to tune into it. The vibe behind it is the usual. For those who are newcomers, welcome. To those who watch the recorded version after the fact, hello and welcome. And to those who are watching live now, welcome. I hope you are well. The vibe, the usual vibe. Bit of talking. I open her up. Just do a bit of free flow talking for a couple of minutes. Then I just play videos that I've seen throughout the week. I've quite a few videos tonight. I'm also starting to put in a bit of music, generally Irish music or Irish artists. So that's it, 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. Generally, I reckon it'll go on for a couple of hours anyway. So it's more like a kind of a current affairs and music kind of a show, I suppose, for people. I know it's not for all people, but it's for some. It's for some. And it's just a way of staying in touch with people, sending out more seeds and more seeds and more seeds. So I've been canvassing the Kildare local electoral area the past number of days. It's a very interesting experience to step away from the protests and the computer and giving opinions and solutions to all the nation's problems and local problems and stepping into the public domain, I suppose, as an independent man. So yeah, I'm basically canvassing. I will be canvassing the Kildare area over the next, I suppose, 8-9 days. I think the elections are on the 7th of June. So yeah, up until then, I'll be doing my best to get around. It's a one-man show, so I'm putting in the old the steps. I'm trying to do it old school. And knock on as many doors as I can. And it's very interesting when you do. Lots of people not interested. Some people interested. I'm sure it's an interesting conversation. And you introduce yourself to your local people. So yeah, stepping into that arena. And we will see how it goes. I have been putting up a few videos on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and BitChute. I'm over on them. I would recommend, if you want to stay in touch or keep up to date with the content that comes out in the future, get onto the BitChute channel and subscribe to that. Seems to be the most liberal, I suppose, of the platforms. I got my first video taken down on TikTok last week. I appealed. I think it was allowed up. But I'm trying to use the social media tools as well, and I'm reaching out to people in the Kildare LEA and people who know me, who may know people in the Kildare area, just to spread word. Word of mouth is very, very important. So if you see any of me videos or any of me election leaflet pictures or anything like that, if you can, share them onto your people, onto my people, onto our people, and try and pinpoint, if you can, Kildare people and people you know from that area, and just pass it into any groups you know or anything like that, and just say, there's a good independent man to maybe give a vote to if you want to stop voting for the political parties. Some people will continue to vote for them. It's just the way it is. So lots of working class and poorer people, let's say, don't really I grew up in Ballymun, so I know in my area, in my environment, voting was a very unattractive thing. We didn't really vote. My dad did. My mom didn't. Sisters, not really. Friends, not really. And then when I heard about 26, 27, I really got into the keeping an eye on the state. And this is 20 years later, and here we are. So, yeah, that's really it. If I met you at the doors and you're watching tonight, I hope you're well. Welcome. Get out on the day and give us an L vote and stop voting for them political parties. Again, I have a piece of paper blocked over the numbers here. I try not to watch the numbers coming into the live stream because it can distract you and put you off. It's written there in the top left-hand corner. And if you take a glimpse and there's not many viewers, naturally, you might get a little bit demotivated in what you're saying. So what I try and do is block them and speak openly and honestly with no script. So that's really it. I did scribble down a few things today to say, but I can't really remember where they are. So we'll start with a blank canvas, and I'll play the first video. So the first video I'm going to play is a music piece. Black Bank Folk, I think is the name of the band. I'm not 100% sure. I can never lock that one in, but they're an Irish band group, and they took the For What Died the Sons of Roshan masterpiece by Luke Kelly. And sometimes I ask myself, for what died the Sons of Roshan? It really does resonate at times. So anyway, this group took the words and put a bit of lovely music over it, and I think it's fantastic. And I think at times music is a very powerful thing, and you don't always need to hear me giving my opinion. So that's the whole thing about these live streams. There's a bit of my opinion, I'm filling the gaps, but most of the videos are other people speaking up or speaking out. And I came across the video and I thought it's worth a share. It's worth a share just to amplify other people's frequency on a national level as well. So to start off, get your cup of tea, enjoy this piece. It's a beautiful piece. Don't be shy in the comments if you have any questions or topics, or any ideas or things you would like to discuss or question or debate. Total transparency here on Independent Talk, and that's what it's all about. Any question's a good question, so don't be shy. I am not easily offended. Here we go. We'll go this one. Enjoy. I'm going to.
For what died the sons of Roshan? Was it fame? For what died the sons of Roshan? Was it fame? For what flowed Ireland's blood in rivers that began when Brian chased the Dane? And it did not cease, nor has not ceased, with the brave sons of 16. For what died the sons of Roshan? Was it fame? For what died the sons of Roshan? Was it greed? For what died the sons of Roshan? Was it greed? Was it greed that drove Wolfe Tone to a martyr's death in a cell of cold, wet stone? German, French, or Dutch inscribed the epitaph of Emmet. When we've sold enough of Ireland to be but strangers in it, for what died the sons of Roshan? Was it greed? To whom do we owe our allegiance today? To whom do we owe our allegiance today? To those brave men who fought and died, that Roshan live again with pride. Her sons at home to work and sing, her youth to dance and make her valleys ring, or the faceless men for mark and the dollar, betrayer to the highest bidder. What suffer our patriots today? For what suffer our patriots today? They have a language problem, so they say. How to write no trespass must grieve their heartful sore. We got rid of one straight line. Now we're faced with many, many more. For what suffer our patriots today? died the sons of Roisin? Was it fame? For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it greed? For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it greed? For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it fame? For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it greed? For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it greed? For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it fame?
Very nice indeed. I hope you enjoyed that. I would only hope and pray that lots more Irish men and women listen to it, listen to the lyrics, read the lyrics, and let them sink in. It seems we have lots of Irish asleep at the wheel again for a generation of us. So we're trying to revive a nationalist spirit, an indigenous spirit, and get after and destroy the political party whip in the political domain. There's much work to do. And there's very little life in the communities, let's be honest. Kildare town was dead today, dead when I was over there. Just a true road now, really. It could be a beautiful square. Stop the cars coming in through the square. Communal space, beautiful. Music, busking, bands, clowns, show bands, wherever it may be. Stretching for the elderly in the mornings, whatever. It could be done. It could be beautiful. Instead of that, it's not nice. So yeah, for those tuning into this for the first time, the idea behind this is it's a long format live stream, so it's a nice slow live stream, nice and mellow. Lots of the content out there is very instant, very short, to the point, very concise. Lots of the people that speak put out content that's very short, and that's okay. But this is on a long format, so it's kind of like a show. Think of it as a show, an Irish social affairs and music show. If anybody wants to reach out to me and come on for a chat, you're more than welcome. But for now, just we'll decompress here every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'll play a few clips, and it's just a way of staying in touch with the outside world. And that's it. I will be canvassing for the next week. And thank you to Eamon, Gura Mahagut, Eamon, if you're watching, for giving me a lift around Rathangan yesterday and showing me the back roads and putting a few leaflets into a few letterboxes. So thank you, and I'll have to do more of that over the next week or so. So I suppose I'm putting into practice, instead of preaching, practicing what I preach. I do believe in community. I do believe in eyeball to eyeball. I do think we are a little bit, I am a little bit, but we, the people of Éire, are a little bit behind in this election campaign. I do see good work and good traction in some of the European candidates. That's good. I do believe there are people interested in the independent option. But I know myself, I'm running in the Kildare LEA, and I know so is Declan Crowe, who's run a few times, and another chap, Paul, from the Independent Ireland grouping, and then 9 party members. So a quarter of the people on the ballot are independent. So it is good in the last couple of years that lots of people have stepped into this realm, and hopefully we get better at it, and we push and start working together. There is unfortunately going to be lots of splitting the votes in lots of different areas. It would have been nice if a lot of these new political entities had us hold an assembly, a roundtable assembly or something, and try to pinpoint different towns and villages and try and have a strong hand for seats with a combined force, So we put 2 in there, 1 from each party, or we put 3 in there, 1 from each party, and we'll only put 1 in there. That party can have that, work with each other. So that's something we could learn from. That's what I'm observing on my own situation. It's just me and my thought. I'm just following what the creator's telling me to do, just living life in the now, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. But I would love to be part of a people's movement, and I think that's why I'm doing this. I'm learning, I'm watching. And any people's movement should be hitting the doors, not every 4 years or every 5 years, regularly, and activating in their town, in their village. But we're all living and learning. So this is just my tuppence worth into the mix. I'll play another video. I'll check the comments. If there's no comments in between the videos, I'll keep it short and sweet. Unless I see one of the videos and it reminds me to say something. That's generally what happens. I watch them with ye and I scribble down something while I'm watching. And on we go. So next video.
Refugees took an action to stop them themselves being deported to the United Kingdom, saying the United Kingdom is not a safe country because we might get sent to Rwanda. Now, the Irish Daily Mail this week managed to report that one of those 2 individuals was a registered sex offender in the UK.
This is the Iraqi gentleman, right? which and wasn't transposed onto the Irish sex offenders register
for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then, not only that, the British actually offered to take him back in October 2021 to deal with him there. It didn't get onto the Helen McEntee's desk for another 9 months. Then you have Simon Harris saying, we don't break our international agreements, we don't play politics with them. But you have an international agreement in place which applies to a sex offender, and you actually don't send the person back. So how can you be boasting piously about our international agreements when you don't actually enforce them?
Why is Fianna Fáil on 16%? So a poll came out in the Business Post, your paper, last Sunday, saying they're on 14%. Now, remember this. 2011. The worst nadir of Fianna Fáil, Troika, bank crash, property crash, every type of business crash. They got 17.4% in 2011, and they got 20 seats. Now they're rating quite a bit below that, and I'm actually coming to the conclusion, because we're going to talk about the European elections. I actually think the politics of this. And I want to talk about the politics of the latest atrocity, which is not only everything you said, but we have Newtown Mount Kennedy. And I just wanted to say this because I happened to be, I do a coastal walk a little bit at a time, 70 kilometres in Wexford, when I start around now. And I was driving to Corracloe in my car and I listened to the Brendan O'Connor show. And they had a panel. Every one of the 4 members were either NGO, journalists or academics, which would be sort of pro-migration. Right, the usual. And they didn't have one person on it with any counter view. So I was expecting, because I heard whatever there had been about the riot squad in Newtown Mount Kennedy, that there was going to be a big march. Now remember this, I have contacts in Wicklow. Every one of the arrests were local people. They were not Dublin people. Their address was given. I'm told there was over 2,000 people there, and they were predominantly local people. The point I'm making is this. When I flicked on the 6 and 9 o'clock news, there was no reference whatsoever to any march in Newtown and Mount Kennedy. And actually, there's a breaking story with Ockram, which is a Lawless's Hotel and different things there in terms of further protests. But the point I'm making is this. I am coming to the view that the European elections is actually going to be a referendum on migration, irrespective of the work of MEPs, their track record, or any other issue. And it's simply down to this litmus test. Do you want to stop these people coming or not?
Hello, TikTokers, and hello, my buddies shadowing me, the TikTok censorship team in Dublin. How are you? How are you today? Well, I have some very good news for you. And the news is that it is now official from a press conference from the World Health Organization by the Director General, Uncle Teddy, or Tedros to you, has announced that the pandemic agreement has failed. It has failed. It is not going ahead. It will not be ratified in Geneva next weekend at the World Health Assembly. It will not be ratified. And this is very good news. It's a major setback for the globalists. It won't stop them, of course. They'll be back, as they always will, across their multi-agenda front. And remember, the WHO is only part of it. But it also means that this is a moving feast, because in the background there have been changes to the international health regulations, which Ireland became a member of in 2005, and there was a huge number of changes there, including over 160 times the word non-binding was taken out. Non-binding was taken out, and whether or not they're going to try and press ahead on the regulatory changes, but not on the pandemic agreement, which is a treaty effectively. That remains to be seen. I don't think they will myself. It's rather like putting Hamlet on without Hamlet on stage, I would have thought. But we will see. I'll give you updates next week. We will know once the dust settles. But this is a.
The key to the success of the Irish people is that we come together under one banner, and I'd advocate that banner be the National Party's banner. Ireland belongs to the Irish people. All policy, social, economic, cultural, all otherwise should revolve around the protection of our people, the advancement of our people, the security of our people, and most importantly, our children's future. So, you have to ask yourself in this crowd, it's not what the National Party can do for you, it's not what us as individuals can do for you, it's what we can do together as a collective. Sit down, have a conversation with each other. How are we going to go forward? Are we going to stand here and protest 24/7? Okay, then let's do that. Are we going to go down the avenue of other things that cannot be spoken? Yeah. But by all means, those groups will always exist. People will always want different approaches to things. The National Party will be here with the local community, will be on the gate, will be managing it. And that's all I have to say. And I wish the community the best. Look forward ahead.
Now, the way to tackle this problem is, as you just said, somebody said the cabins getting made and dried over here. Anyone you know that has anything got to do, any specific work got to do with this place, go to them. Go to these people. Antagonise your politicians that are hiding in their offices. Queue out through the door. Bring them. Vet your concerns. But let me tell you one thing, all people. If you don't stick together, we'll all lose. And that's the fact of it. If we don't have togetherness, you may as well walk away now. We need to make a stand now. Everyone has different ideas. Everyone has different opinions. Yeah, that's great. We're all different people and individuals at the end of the day. But what we need to do is stay together. Find these people that are making the money out of this.
Go look at other communities and what's happening to them. You need to
Same thing. We need to stick together. Yeah, just only the other day at Duns, yesterday. And this is going to happen on all our towns. And the only way to stop it is we all stick together. And don't let these bums feel comfortable in their communities. Get the community strong group together and run them out of parks and where they're drinking it. We done it in Finglas, they're injecting heroin, smoking crack in our parks. We got rid of them. We did, not the cops. We went to the guards, we went to the local councils, they done nothing. So it's up to the people to stand together to make changes, and that's the way it is today, unfortunately.
Yes, Leon.
Automatic number one.
I have to say, your man is a Quinlan of the National Party, the National Party entity without Justin Barrett. He's a good speaker as well. He's got something. I seen him speaking at the Custom House about a month ago. So yeah, there's a bit of energy off. We'll keep going. No comments, so we'll just keep popping through them.
Thank you. My name's Dalen Murphy. I'm the local election candidate for the National Party in Tullow and Carlow. Ireland belongs to the Irish. Mass immigration and multiculturalism are projects of destruction of our native Irish identity and a replacement of our people. As a result, there is no housing in this country for our own, and we are being driven abroad to the four corners of the earth. The housing crisis is an immigration crisis. As a result, our communities are unsafe. I have spoken to an unreal amount of people on the doors who find Carlow unsafe to walk around, who won't send their children alone to school anymore, they just feel it's unsafe. We are losing our native, cultural, unique and ethnic identity as a result as well. Ireland is our home. We have nowhere else to go. It is our right to remain the controlling majority in this country. This is our patrimony, it is our inheritance, and we should be in control of it. This only stops when we start deporting and remigrating this mass of foreigners who have entered our country. Ireland had the largest population increase of the last 60 years in 2023, 3.5% increase. That is unsustainable. Our country is being taken out from underneath our feet. A country for everyone is a country for no one. This is our homeland. We need to make sure that our people are looked after. The National Party is the only Irish nationalist party which is fighting for this, which will do this. Now, I'm not going to promise to fix the world overnight, but it is the first step to get us into the local elections. It's the first step to fixing our country in a very long journey and a very long struggle. If you consider yourself an Irishman, an Irish woman, an Irish nationalist, it is your duty to do your part in this struggle. nationalparty.ie/join and vote for Dalen Murphy in the local elections in Tullow and Carlow. Yesh, Arai.
Live from Carlow Town, the KCLR Local Election Roadshow on the KCLR Daily.
Now, this is not a National Party promotional video by any means, but I don't mind letting anybody having a bit of time in this space. Once they're anti-system, I feel. That's it. Simple. And there's a message in there. You may not agree with it. That's okay. But lots of people feel this way. And we must amplify this because we have serious, serious problems. It's an interesting accent. I've never met that man either. It's an interesting accent. Caleb, is it? Anyways, I'll pop into the messages. I see there was a couple there, so I'll pop in and see what the story is. Is there any councillors you like or don't mind in your area? I don't really know many of them, to be honest. I know of them. I know Kevin Duffy. He's in there now as a council member. He's Fine Gael. I know there's a Sinn Féin lad in there. Yeah, they're all party members. So I believe we've got a problem with the established political parties and the party whip has us where we are. These people are willing to join a party where, when it comes to voting, they put aside their individual sovereignty and consciousness to vote as they're told, and that to me is not a good thing in a democratic conversation. So I have more of an issue with the parties that represent them. I don't know them personally. I've seen a couple of them around, and I don't want to be their friends. But yeah, it's some fresh blood. That's what I think is needed. So yeah, again, it's more of a party thing. It's not really an individual hate game for me. These people have chose to sign up to that party, and they're representing that party, and they're working to expand the party. And I believe the parties that are in there, we don't need them expanding anymore. We need them deflating a little bit, I suppose, or whatever the opposite is of expanding. So yeah, it's just to make a dent in them, in the democratic arena, I suppose. I believe some good men and women are needed, some good people with good hearts and good minds and integrity, transparency, truthfulness. Yeah, fresh blood is needed in the mix. So it's not really about the personal councillor for me. I would just prefer county councillors to be more hands-on. So if I was to be elected, I wouldn't just go off into my political party thing and just do the council meetings and come back to it in 5 years when I'm looking for more votes. I will be actively engaged in the community and trying to actively engage my local electoral area to get involved in their community's conversation and make our towns and villages a really, really nice place to live, and for everybody who lives there. Yeah, lots of people suffering with loneliness and isolation and this kind of stuff. So yeah, let's try and put a bit of a heart back into the towns and villages with honesty and integrity. On a personal level now, I don't know any, really. They're not in my life. I do know they exist, but yeah, it's not personal. I don't want to be personal. I don't want to be their friends. Hopefully in the not too distant future they see the light and leave their relevant parties, because to be in Fine Gael at this stage, or Fianna Fáil, or even Sinn Féin, to stay in it is a personal choice, I suppose, and one I can't comprehend. I'll play another video. Thank you for your questions, Wonky Donkey, and welcome. Give me a second to play a video.
This is Cannon, or Cannon, unvetted tug. Ireland has always been a black country. Prove me wrong. Any attack on black people is an attack on our history and our culture. Get your heads out of your arses and do your jobs properly. Irish people are not more special than the world. It's a country of stolen cultures and cover-ups. Protect black children from the Irish. And a picture of George Nakenko, who lunged at Gardaí with a big blade and got shot dead. Exposing the Irish flag. Join my space at 9 PM to talk about the new racist flag used to push racist agendas in Ireland and around the world. Here's why reparations is a must. Jamaican artist demands €40 million from Irish state and taxpayers for oppressive damages. Okay, so we've very quickly discovered that if this lad had any less brains, we'd have to water him twice a week. It couldn't get worse than that now, could it?
The next time these dirty racist people in this country oppress me and my family in this country, I'm taking a tool, I'm strapping up and I'm going house to house, and I advise every migrant in this country, if you grew up in this country and your document was taken away from you unlawfully, strap up and go house to house and be Santa Claus in reverse.
Advising migrants, on video I might add, to strap up and to go house to house and do Santa Claus in reverse. If his brains were dynamite, he wouldn't have enough to blow his nose.
Where are my military aid people at? Military aid migrants, where you at? Big up yourself. There's no illegal human beings on this planet. The only illegal human beings in this country are Irish people.
Yes, you heard that right. There's no illegal human beings on this planet. The only illegal human beings are in this country. Cannon, I'm going to call him Captain Fingerpaint from now on. He wouldn't pour water out of a boot if the instructions were on the heel. All migrants should strap up, I said. If he had a gun or a knife, he wouldn't be in hospital. All migrants should be protecting their families from racist Irish people who wish to take their lives, and a picture of a gun. If I done any of this online, I'd be arrested and charged. So Gardaí, why isn't Captain Fingerpaint?
So you're left with no choice but to elect a ferocious O'Flaherty to sort this out.
Before I play this one, this is a video. Dara Flaherty is running in Galway, and Dara Flaherty is an independent man, and you know, I like Dara. I have a lot of love for Dara. I feel he's a good man. Flawed. I'm flawed. You're flawed. We're all flawed. No one's perfect. But me and him resonate, and I'm going to give his video a spin here. If you have any children in the room, you may want to take them out or turn the volume off, because Dara uses some expletives in this. Some people get really offended by the word, you know, but it is what it is, and it's serious talk as well underneath it all. You mustn't forget that.
So you're left with no choice but to elect a ferocious O'Flaherty to sort this out. You're not going to sort this out with nice. It's not going to happen. Manners are not going to serve you. Weakness are not going to serve you. Cowardice is not going to serve you. You have to face this, Galway. You have to face it. There's 2.1 million people injured from this fucking vaccine. And these fucking liars are still giving it out.
And you're not opening that office until you have that fucking answer for me. Do you hear me, Eamon? Do you hear me, Catherine? Do you hear me, Noel? Do you hear me, Sean? Do you hear me, Hildegard? Do not fucking open your fucking office. You're being reckless as to whether or not a breach of the peace is occasioned unless you have those fucking answers for me. Do you fucking hear me, do ya? Because there was no one fucking dying and your stupid fucking vaccine doesn't do fucking anything other than give people myocarditis and pericarditis. You fucking retard, okay? Now you've injected that shit into yourself as well, you fucking fool, Catherine. And I've seen you stand up in front of the Dáil and say, moronic. Well, you're the fucking moron, you fool. I'm not a moron. I was never fooled by it. You were fooled by it. You're the fucking moron. And you better answer my fucking questions or do not fucking open that public office. I'm fucking telling you, right? Do you see my face, do you? 6 stitches, Dara. Well, if it's 6 stitches for Dara, it's 6 stitches for Catherine. It's 6 stitches for Sean, 6 stitches for Noel, it's 6 stitches for Eamon, and it's 6 stitches for Hildegard. Or do not fucking open.
Elect Darragh O'Flaherty in Galway Central if you want a ferocious O'Flaherty sorting your problems out.
Yeah. It's too low.
What's too low?
The posters. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Let go.
What's your name? Excuse me, what's your name? We see Sinn Féin fighting with blind people now. This is how far Sinn Féin go. They fight with blind people. Are you fighting with a blind man, are you? Fighting with a blind man. Are you proud of yourself, Shinner? Shinner, are you proud of yourself? Aye! Get your hands off him now. Go on. Go on. We've been attacked by Sinn Féin all over this town, and I tell you what, we're running you all out of it. You all have northern accents as well. This isn't northern territory, now go on back where you came from. Your days are over here. Go on, bully boys. Bullying a blind man. Bullying a blind man. You know what happens when he walks into them and his eyes are taken out, do you? Do you? You have no consideration or respect for anyone. Bully boy.
Get no folks around here. Get all around every house. Yeah, man. Go on, keep going. Just let me get all the guns in there. Keep going. Come. Look at him. He doesn't know what to do. He does. Look at him out there. Look at him. Look at the sellout. Look at the sellout. Look at the sellout. Desi the bomb maker. What's the sellout? Shame on you. Sellout. I'm telling you. Get out of here. Come on. Desi the bomb maker. What be signs to be holding this way?
For adults, young adults forced to live in the box room of their parents' house into their 30s.
The uncles that's in that houses here, sleep in their mother's box. We haven't got house people. There's uncles in their 30s living in their ma's box bedroom that can't get a house. And you adults
there in the real world. The experience is that if you fail and fail again, you get your P45.
And what you look for votes for when you can't look after the Irish people in the country?
Well, who are the Irish people?
Who are the Irish people?
Who do you define as Irish people?
Irish people.
Is Paul McGrath Irish?
For votes. You are out here at the Yeah. What about the Irish homeless? What about the Irish homeless? Have you got anything to say about the Irish homeless? We've done more for the Irish homeless than
What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? I'll tell you what you've done for them. You prioritised the legal male migrants to come into our country above the Irish homeless. That's what you've done. Nothing to say.
Angus, what do you think about the homeless woman that died in town? And remember the Irish homeless girl that died in town? What do you think of that? What do you think about that? Remember telling me to fuck off here about the Irish homeless people? What are you doing walking around there? You know, Sam? What are you going to do about the Irish homeless? Yeah, because I'm annoyed at you. I'm annoyed at you and your party and what you're doing. What you're doing to the Irish people. No, you don't give a fuck about them. Leave the fuck off and tell you. You did have me on video. You told me to fuck off and worry about the Irish homeless. We don't worry about the Irish homeless people first. Instead of housing.
Why don't you worry about them?
I do worry about them. And you should go and fuck off. That's lovely to hear. Homeless on the streets now. Yes, the government. Why are you doing nothing about it? Why are you calling quarantine? People are coming from Ukraine, Pakistan, Somalia, everywhere. You're housing them before the Irish people. Shame on you. Shame on the lorry. Yeah, will you welcome more people here if you can't house your own? There you go, people. That's what Sinn Féin are all about. Sell out to the Irish people. You don't care about the Irish homeless. Single males and single females. A single male will never get a house in this country, but yet you're housing illegal immigrant males coming into our country. Shame on every one of you.
Sons that can't get a house.
So you're the hypocrite. You're out of field to the poor. Do you think?
Personally, and my family, my kids, I can't get them a house. That's a big issue for me. So
you can't get them a house. All right. You can't get them a house.
Yeah.
So how easy is it for all these guys? The Project O'Gorman sent a tweet out in 20 odd different languages, telling these people that they can come over here. We'll have you a job. We'll have you your own front door after 4 months. Yeah, and they're liable to prosecute our state if they're not housed within 4 months. Now I know people that are on the housing list 20 years.
Kids are on the housing list for 9 years.
But you're not opposing anything.
Well, my priority is to build houses so that our people...
All these houses being built around the area, they're not for the Irish. Look at that new estate, Park Hill, up on the new road there, across from the train station, or Fairhill, whatever it's called. Thousands of homes. You know, the Irish won't get prioritised in them.
There in the real world, the experience is that if you fail and fail again, you get your P45. We need a new government that will put workers, families and community first. A new government with the determination to roll up its sleeves and get the work done to improve the lives of ordinary people.
Why don't you worry about it?
Damn straight. Vote them all out. So yeah, I'm in Kildare, LEA, if you happen to come across this as an option. It's an option for you. So I'll play a bit of music. Good evening, Alan. How are you, man? I hope you're well. Thanks for dropping in. I don't know how many's in the room also. I like not to look at the numbers. So I'm not sure how everybody is doing because no one has said yet. Anyway, I'll play a song. I met this young lad in Monasterevin a couple of months ago, and he does a bit of video making and a bit of music producing, and he does a bit of work with local rappers and young fellas that are into that stuff. So this is one of the lads. I thought this was quite good. I do like the rappers. I think it's a poetry in motion gift. So this is an Irish lad. I haven't met this lad in particular. I've met the other lads from the crew, but I like this song, so I'm going to give it a spin. Supporting local, as always.
Said I'm aware I'm a higher power, I came to reign, now here's my shower. Now and ever more than ever, better in myself. Now and ever, my endeavors never seem to get further than the tether put together by the standards in them. Said I'm on stand for it, man, and now I need to be free. I mean, I don't give a fuck about how to fit in, but you see, because I bleed from the very tip of this pen. I feel that I don't receive half of what I put in and spinning within. I'm in it to win it, I get it surely. But how can I soar like an eagle when surrounded around turkey? They're taking shots, surely trying to hurt me, bitch, I'm bulletproof. Feeling keen and I'm worthy of doing what I have to do. Got the key to my purpose, a perfect plan is a suit. I'll take on all the burdens, worth the hurting once it comes true. On a mission, dreams and wishes all about to come true. This been my vision since I've written them first bars in my room. When I hit 15, spitting shit 16s. Before my sweet 16, I bought these 3 CDs. Liquid Swords, the score, and Nailmatic studied closely. Want them more and more, said it was magic so beyond me. Got me on a whole other level when it opened my mind. Hip hop became my wings and then I learned how to fly. Free my fucking soul as I wrote my life out of rhyme. Got to know myself, I felt in touch, much more inside. Spent my time alone at home where I would reside. I had no one, turned off my phone to write all night. Was in my zone, just let it flow, distractions outside. What goes down my scope, knowing I'm gonna get it right. No one down my throat, this is how I use my fucking voice. Got a lot of shit to say that I hadn't realized. Got a lot of shit to change, time to revolutionize. Nothing's ever been the same since I started making noise. Y'all gonna know my fucking name, whether you like it or not, but probably won't appreciate until beyond the day I drop. They'll be making claims, stating they were with me from the top. Stay the fuck about my face if you're gonna face me with a front. You don't understand the pain, trying to gain the pace I'm on. I have to stay the same and maintain, stable to the lot. Lost a lot of people leaving, they can't see me or keep up. Names just fade away and vague memories, that's all I got. So I said, fuck it, man. Hey, yo, I'm sick of this life. Once I drop all of my music, I'll be fine if I die. So this my purpose on the planet, I'm my only kind of voice. It's been hurtful trying to manage, I'm a human sacrifice. At least I feel that way, spreading knowledge and advice. But inside my brain, it's nothing more than modern mice. Cause I feel stuck in the frame, containing that picture of life. Or maybe I've gone insane and something switched up down the line. Nah, hell no, I'm not the one who's crazy. This place a fucking hellhole, I've been woke and it made me take the world as it is. It's madness that this is, the madness that is. It saddens me within, but then again, I can't imagine life without it. I mean, what then? Cause your image of a perfect world's much different from them, which gon' leave us caught up in this world to set aside our differences. I'ma serve my worth, but I need to know that there's more to this.
Indeed, Alan, indeed. Very gifted young man. So yeah, I thought I'd give him a spin. I'll keep going through the videos, so I have a few more songs and a few more videos, so just keep hopping along, and if you're watching it after the fact, enjoy. I hope it's a nice, mellow piece of content for you to enjoy in this information overload. Short attention span, loads of graphics, noise, you know, instant hits. This is a long format, so enjoy. Chilling out. Treat it as a podcast if you must. You don't have to look at this beautiful face if you don't want to, but you can still listen to the audio. So I'll play another video or two and we'll keep bowing along there. 1 second.
People go to public schools, they will not learn to grow rich. They learn how to be poor. I'll give you an example. You live in capitalism, but they don't teach you how to become financially independent, how to invest, how to produce. They don't teach you to be producers. They teach you to be consumers. They don't teach you what money is, who creates money, who creates inflation, the reserve banks. They don't teach you how politics really works or how lobbying works. You won't learn it in school. Finally, they don't teach you how to organize yourself and others. They want sheep, not wolves. They want followers, not leaders. When young people go to public school,
the next time these dirty racist people in this country oppress me and my family in this country, I'm taking a tool, I'm strapping up and I'm going house to house. And I advise every migrant in this country, if you grew up in this country and your document was taken away from you unlawfully, strap up and go house to house and be Santa Claus in reverse. Yeah, go down the chimney and take all the presents and give to your kid, because your children deserve a life too, not just theirs. You're in this country, you're supposed to be documented and you're supposed to be able to work and provide for your family. They did it to me and they're lucky I didn't go from house to house and taking everything that they have.
Hi there, how are you, John? I'm one of your local councillors. How are you getting on?
Fine Gael.
Yeah.
What's your policies on immigration?
Well, I suppose my family went abroad. My parents met and married abroad.
Yeah, but we're not talking about when you went abroad. We're talking about what's coming into this country.
Yeah, but like we were accepted throughout the world.
But we're not talking about us. We're talking about what's coming into this country.
But we as Irish people.
You're trying to deflect. We're talking about what's coming into this country. No? Right, don't come back. Right.
They will be the business people, they will be the employers, they will be the employees, they will be the fabric of this town and of this county. And I appreciate that very much. And if you hadn't made the decision to come here and rear your families here, we would have been denied the right of having those children in this county. So I really think that is so important, because the more people that we can have, the better. And they're very nice and very respectful, and I believe they will play an integral part of our community in the years and years ahead, when none of us adults will be there anymore. We are delighted that the mosque here is going so well. It is a credit to each and every one of you and your families who worked so hard and who saved up money, because it couldn't be here only for work and for money. And you did that yourselves. You didn't have to get any grant. You didn't have to get any help. What you needed was the goodwill. We were glad to support you and do our work in helping you with it, but it was down to yourselves and nobody else. And it was your hours of work and putting your money together that helped. And it is a beautiful building, and it is a building for the future, that you won't have to be chopping it and changing it and making it bigger or smaller or split. All you need to do is every number of years to paint it. That's all. So it's a mosque for the future. It was sad and at the same time a privilege to be invited a number of months ago to a funeral here. And I thought it was so nice the way the remains were brought in outside to the nice yard outside. And it was it's a good thing that you can observe your own traditions and your own religion in life and in death. And I thought that was a very nice evening outside. It was new for me to see things being done in a different way. And I believe in life that no matter what religion you are, like all religions and none, it's important that everybody respects the other person's religion. But what I find very, very interesting, just from a personal point of view, I really enjoy it, is seeing how things are done differently. Because I'm very open-minded to seeing everything and observing and learning. Because every day that you get older, you learn something new. And it was like the evening of being outside at the funeral. I just thought, well, no, this is very nice. It's a different way of respecting our dead and honouring them and their life. And the way it was done, I just thought it was really nice. And I was so grateful for being asked to come to see it. So again, it's a privilege to be here, and any way that we can work to help you, always remember our job is to help you, your families, and the very important people, the new generation. And we hope to be there for as long as we can to help them and to help you, and again to thank you so much for being here in Killarney, being in Kerry, and being in Ireland. Because if you weren't here, this would be a poorer place to live in. So you've enriched us, and we hope that it's mutual, that people are so happy that you're here and that you're working here. And in fairness, you all like your work, and all you want to do is get on with your lives, your religion, your work, and your families. And I always say it anytime I'm asked about people of your faith, I say there's just a number of things: work, religion, family, and community. And to be honest, that's what you all live for. And you know, there's an awful lot of people could learn an
Hi everybody, Sharon McLaughlin from Sweden. About an hour ago I got some information that I want to share with everybody. It's very serious information. We need help in Sweden. So I just met a nurse, somebody who I know, and she works at Danderyds Hospital, which is one of the Stockholm hospitals. She told me that people are coming into the hospital and they are having symptoms of the radiation, the 5G radiation, which is shortness of breath, feeling dizzy, passing out, and struggle breathing and things like that. And what she said that they're doing, she's a nurse right in the hospital, she said what they're doing, they've given them instructions to not give people oxygen, to give them some paracetamol to try to reduce like their fever, even though they're not like taking everybody's temperature. Then they're giving them painkillers, like tablets, and then they're making them wait. If they don't respond to the painkillers or the paracetamol that they're giving them, they are putting people on ventilators. They are not giving them oxygen in the hospitals.
Did you ever wonder about the environmental predictions that never came true? It's quite a fascinating journey when we look back and see what we believed would be the end of our world. Turn the clock back to the 1960s. The prediction of the day was that we would run out of oil in 10 years, a fear that sent ripples throughout the world, leading governments to impose new taxes, supposedly to fund alternatives and save the remaining oil. Fast forward to the present, and it's clear that this prediction, while alarming, never came to pass. Next stop, the 1970s. The threat this time, an impending ice age expected to arrive in 10 years. Again, the panic button was hit, and taxes were raised to supposedly fund research and solutions to this chilling prediction. Yet, the feared ice age never came, and those taxes, well, they never left. Moving on to the 1980s. The buzzword was acid rain. The narrative was that acid rain was going to destroy all our crops in 10 years. The solution? More taxes, of course, this time to combat this new environmental threat. However, a decade later, our crops were still standing and the acid rain prediction was a distant memory. Next, we hit the 1990s. The ozone layer was the topic on everyone's lips, with claims it would be destroyed in 10 years. Cue the introduction of more taxes to fight this new menace. Yet here we are decades later. And while the ozone layer has had its issues, it's far from destroyed. In the 2000s, the prediction was that the ice cap was going to melt in 10 years. The solution? Yes, you've guessed it, more taxes. Fast forward to today, and while the ice caps are indeed melting, it's at a significantly slower rate than the 10-year deadline that had been predicted. And now, as we stand in 2023, we're told to reduce CO2. The taxes are already here, implemented swiftly as we brace ourselves for another environmental prediction. So what's the common thread here? Every decade an environmental prediction is made, often sparking fear and concern worldwide. Yet each one seems to miss its mark. What doesn't miss, however, are the taxes that follow each prediction. They come, they rise, and they stay. In summary, environmental predictions have been a part of our history for over half a century. Each decade brings a new prediction, a new fear. But as we've seen, these predictions often don't materialize as expected. Yet, the taxes that accompany them are very real, and they have a lasting impact. It's crucial to be aware, to question, and to understand the realities behind these predictions and their subsequent taxes. After all, history, as they say, often repeats itself.
Hi folks, on another beautiful day in a beautiful capital city. Outside the murdering offices of Pfizer, we're still keeping their head down. We have some people here today to remember Ava, who was killed by the experimental gene therapy. So we have few people here. That is Ava's father, lost his little girl. Few people, everybody all right with their faces? Well, I'm not doing faces. All right. once again, more and more people. Do you want to say anything? Anybody want to say anything? I'm just saying that this is a memorial for Ava. We will never forget, and we will never give up until we get justice for everyone who has been harmed and killed by this experimental gene therapy. And when we start getting the answers to why there are so many excess deaths in this country. So more patriots, thankfully, will not let it go until we get the proper answers.
Am I wrong to think that I'm right? Should I tell everybody to go on strike? It's a lonely process. More work equals more stress. Some people been hurt, some have felt pain. Some people at the end of the day. It's a hard time living when it's so easy to give in. Is this Ireland? Is this Ireland? It's okay to be wrong if you think that you're right, but don't lead people on who stand up and fight for freedom. Life's lesser evil. Fear of failure is a dangerous thing. Too much doubt can be crippling. Over and over. Is this Ireland? Is this Ireland?
If you were born after 1989, probably at home with your man, just saving the boy. They keep prices up, they choke the supply. Homeless line the street, bankers never do any time. Then there was Anglo, that was 2009. Our children foot the bill, well, immediate chimes. They get advised oppositions when the smoke subsides.
Ireland Incorporated. Ireland Incorporated.
You vote the wrong way, you do it a second time. And corporation tax, no, we don't want it, you're fine. You can pay what you want, Apple, we know that you're trying. When the vultures pick our bones, we don't pay it no mind. We're more concerned to shoot USA for the circus there, where a fiddle our place.
They distracted, they found nothing but hate, and we're all still slaves. Do we change our ways? In Ireland Incorporated. In Ireland Incorporated. If it's not on RTE, babe, they won't believe it. If it's not on RTE, babe, they won't believe. Wouldn't believe it. Wouldn't believe it. Wouldn't believe it. Wouldn't believe it.
How many scandals have you seen in your life? You sold the oil to Shell, and now it's winning.
Should I tell everybody to go on strike? It's a lonely process. More work equals more stress.
Yeah. So as I was saying, the stream 7 o'clock every Wednesday. Long format. It'll go till about 9 o'clock, I suppose. So it'll be this vibe, a few videos, few songs, and that's my offering to the internet world for now. So I hope you're enjoying, and yeah, it's just my way of, I suppose, assembling some information from around the nation, and just disseminating it out to people who would like to receive the information, you know, from different sources other than myself. I'll play another song. I'll get a cup of tea. This is a good one. Enjoy this one.
So how things? No? Things are happening for you now?
A few things, yeah.
Yeah?
Forgot to get that CD last one. That was one you called us about. That was one of my
the CD, you finally made it.
We done that last year. We done another one now this year, but we didn't get as much made up. We didn't get the 1,000 made up, you know.
Right, and you still got some left of these?
Only about 4 or something. We give them out for free though, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because that's what the Lunatic wanted, you know.
Represent one of the few. The poem session. The poem session. Represent one of the few. The poem session. The poem session. Represent one of the few. The poem session. Became a poem while I was a moino. The poem session. Represent one of the few. The poem session. The poem session.
Take a journey in this land, as saints and scholars, these times upon us, more seen are alcoholics, teenage suicides and drug addicts being followed by energy vampires till our soul is swallowed and are left hollow. The land of wild and Yates will make young MCs the next line of greats from bad grammar and estates, caravans and flats, all ages, all races, whites and blacks. A journey in the land that gives some hope for people down on their luck, struggling to cope. The people with troubles they're trying to block them out, forever scarred by their memories and locked in house.
Street authors with a dream, hip-hop's what counts. Governments acting like they care, but I got me doubts. It's hard to hold over, but people saying hell here too. With no income, been stuck on the welfare queues. The capital streets ravaged by the scavenging addicts. Families torn apart by all the damaging habits. Working class kids seen as having inadequate talents. The flaws of the system, something we have to examine. Or this pride captured in the passionate ballads, ancestors pushing us to change for the fact that we haven't. In this modern day age, our education is limited. Passage tombs and Newgrange are outdating the pyramids. When I'm looking at our history, I'm filled with disgust. Our heritage obliterated while the culture was crushed. Can't have drinks without this cold world fucking them up. Revolution for the people means justice for us.
From green scenery, all dilapidated bricks, crowded cities, tiny towns of the soil and sticks, Spawn, Conley and Collins, Sands and MacDonald, who kept our life in the hope we'd see a brighter tomorrow. Invaded by the English, then bullied by the church. Can we see a healthy future with a past and forth where other evil lurks? And what's it gonna cost? There's no going back once the line is crossed. Where's the hope, you ask? In these bad situations, the hope is me and you, cause only we can change them. But what we're facing could be be harder to believe. Is this the land so many died to achieve?
God bless them all, they tried to succeed. The king and queen lied and deceived us with their violence and greed. Millions fled the famine, the war, coffin ships, fighting disease. Arrived on distant continents, survived the extremes. Medieval times, we were Britain's first colony. But through the dark ages, Irish monks travelled Europe and built monasteries. A deep mystical heritage that gave us influence. From the poets, the warriors, sages and druids who worshipped this earth as a natural goddess. From Macuba came boys tasting the salmon and knowledge. Saints and scholars spoke Latin as they travelled the province. Now the youth abuse drugs as they're acting the bollocks. Would the lunatic stick around with the wisest, willing to help any person down in the crisis. When the army gets marching, don't be doubting our kindness. Hold on to me heritage, I'm proud to be Irish.
I'm a true Irishman, but have seen no victories. I feel proud when I stand on this land that made me. I'm a true Irishman, but have seen no victories. I feel proud when I stand on this land that made me.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. As I was explaining earlier, there's not much coming out of me without any comments or any questions. Enough preaching for me over the last few years. So yeah, letting other people speak, letting the videos do their talk. It's like a national weekly thing of video clips and songs for now. Yeah, I'm getting stuck into the local election thing, so that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I will see you again next Wednesday, and we'll just keep going. And the more comments and the more questions, I suppose, the more conversation. But other than that, I'll just keep popping the videos out, and I'll try and create like a couple of hours content a week for people to decompress to and take in. Go with this one because it's beautiful.
Very good. And we hope you're enjoying it too. We hope you're enjoying it. Now, when our next guest, she was on the show with us last week, and she gave a stunning performance. If you saw her right at the end of the show, she sang one of the theme songs from the new film, In the Name of the Father, which is due for release next week. And we were talking to her afterwards, and we told her what we were going to do here for Christmas Eve, and she said, oh, I'd love to be part of that. So we said, well, if you play your cards right, and if you behave yourself, and if you ask nicely, we may be able to squeeze you in. So we did, and here she is, Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when so. And when you come and all the flowers are dying and I am dead, as dead I may well be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying and kneel and say an Ave there for me, and I will hear those soft your tread above me, and o'er my grave will warmer, sweeter be, and you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I will sleep in peace until you come to me. But if I live, and should you die for Ireland, let not your dying thoughts be just of me, but say a prayer to God for our dear Ireland. I know she'll hear and help to set her free.
Isn't that just beautiful? Sometimes it's just nice. I was thinking as I was listening to that, it's just nice to just send a work of art out at times. It can be a very negative space, you know, being, I suppose, an activist, I suppose, over the years. But yeah, this is a long format content, so there will be little surprises in the way in terms of music. And yeah, we'll keep going through the videos now as well. Give me a second. Feeling a little bit tired now because I was out today in Kildare town doing a bit of canvassing. I've been doing a bit of canvassing, a bit of footwork now for the past few days, and yeah, you do feel it. You do feel it. You sleep well though.
Stay in against the railing.
Why are you shocking guards, people? What's wrong with you? Are we under arrest?
I want names. I want addresses. I want occupation.
Names and addresses.
Friends of the railway. Do you understand? All public meetings are banned, and that includes your toxic little games. Do you understand? We're on the footpath. Why are you going to the polo? Check the details.
Names and addresses. What is he? He don't done. He don't fucking done. Scumbags. عاملين ولاد ايرلندا عاملين ونيلا فطويلة يتكون فيشكم في ايرلندا فوق ايرلندا هايلك انتاريو فوق ايرلندا.
I received a few clearer pictures of Brendan McNally last night. This is Brendan McNally. Brendan McNally was charged and admitted to having almost 500,000 images and videos of children being sexually abused. And when
Very good. Hello, lads. Good to see you, lads. Thanks very much.
But I still campaigns in the unions like long ago. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I was chairman of the Most Council I'm used to the crack.
What are you going to do about the excess deaths? Excess deaths are 29% in Ireland from the vaccine rollout. The excess deaths in Tralee are 8.9% since the vaccine rollout. It's called genocide, people. No comment. They're not going to do anything about the excess deaths. What about the economic migrants? What about the replacement migration? What about Agenda 30? What about the New World Order? What about the totalitarian control? What about the 29% excess deaths since the vaccine rollout? No comment, anyone?
Hello again. Interesting. That stuff interests me. It's interesting to watch and observe. So yeah, not many comments tonight. So I'm feeling a little bit tired right now. So I'm going to go off now and spend some time with my woman. I got to finish with the national anthem. I send you out my love, and I'll see you soon in the real world. Back next Wednesday at 7. Be good.